Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Max Whitman. Welcome to the Book of Better Wrestling Show. I'm here, you're there. Stole that line from the legendary Steve Summers. Me here, you there. If you're born and raised in the New York area, you know who Steve Summers is. If you are a sports radio fan, Steve Summers, man with arguably the most boring radio voice on the planet, and yet somehow soothing at the same time. But what's going on, everybody? I'm getting sidetracked here as usual. Cut the music. Folks, we are at our go-home show for WrestleMania 11. Week 4 of March 1995. It's a very short show. Almost entirely matches here today. Just 5 segments. 5 segments here. As we gear up and head on into WrestleMania. So I've gone a little bit of a different direction here with this episode. I've done mostly matches. I feel like we've built our stories about to the point where we can build them. Now it's just time to get these guys a little bit of a tune-up match before WrestleMania starts. So, last week's show, not so great. Scored an 81, not terrible. But Puerto Rico really fucked us over. But anyway, we'll get into it. We got Steve Austin will debut tonight. He'll cut a promo. He's not in a match tonight. I'm spoiling the show though, so let's actually not. Let's jump right into our show here. We'll jump right into it, and we have Bam Bam Bigelow and Sid Vicious taking on Razor Ramon and Adam Bomb. And Ramon, the bad guy, and Adam Bomb will defeat Bam Bam and Sid Vicious when Razor Ramon defeats Bam Bam Bigelow by pinfall with the fallaway slam. Razor carries the match. What'd he pull? An 84. Adam Bomb, the 62. Bigelow, a 64. That's because Bigelow and Sid Vicious have no chemistry as partners. Okay, fair enough. Storyline advances. Not a great match, but not a terrible match either. So Razor going to pick up a win against Bam Bam here, and scores an 81. So not a bad segment there. Moving on, we get an angle here featuring Jerry Saggs, Brian Knobbs, so basically the Nasty Boys, the Hart Foundation, and Yoko Crush. And basically what's being announced here is that at WrestleMania, since there was no winner last night, at WrestleMania, we will have a triple threat match for the WWF Tag Team titles. The Nasty Boys versus the Hart Foundation versus Yokozuna and Crush. So add that to your ledger if you're keeping track of the matches. That gives us Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker for the world title. Diesel versus Lex Luger for the Intercontinental title. 3-way match, Nasty Boys, Hart Foundation versus Yoko Crush for the tag team titles. Chris Jericho versus Vader. And Tatanka versus Jerry Lawler in a steel cage. So I'm liking WrestleMania 11 so far. I'll probably get maybe one more match. I'm not sure. Well, there'll definitely be more matches, but those are the big matches that we've got here. Oh, and Razor Ramon versus Bam Bam Bigelow. So it's shaping up to be a good card so far, but we do now finally have our tag team match. That scores an 88. That's a great segment. That's a really good segment. Moving on to our next one, we get Lex Luger and Jerry Lawler versus Diesel and Tatanka. And Diesel and Tatanka will win this one when Tatanka defeats Jerry Lawler by pinfall with the Tomahawk Chop. Luger and Lawler, no chemistry as partners. Lawler, because of that, pulls a 46. Luger at 58. Tatanka the 60, and Diesel an 80. Okay, not terrible. 77, I'll take that. It'll actually it'll improve the heat of the Tatanka versus Lawler storyline, and maintains Diesel versus the Power Cats. So, not terrible there. We're burning through this. This is going to be a short episode. Where are we? We're in Hawaii, in front of 7,200 people in Hawaii. Our next segment, this is Steve Austin introducing himself, and it's going to score a 90. We get an A grade here. Austin stealing the show with this promo, and here's what he's saying. He's out, he's introducing himself, his music hits, he comes on out, the crowd goes wild, they know who he is. He was just main eventing shows for WCW, and he's out, former United States champion, former tag team champ with Brian Pillman. He's out to say that he is here in the WWF, he has signed a contract, he is the next face of this company, and he'll be damned if he's going to miss out on WrestleMania. He will be there, he will issue an open challenge, he will be there in wrestling gear, he will make his way out to the ring, and anybody who wants to challenge Steve Austin can come on down. So give me a hell yeah. I think his promo, let's say, probably was something like this. If you want to see Steve Austin come on out and kick somebody's ass, give me a hell yeah. I don't know. Was that good? Was that any good? I don't know. They're not going to stop. I say that every time. They're not going to stop, folks. They're not going to stop. You're going to get imitations. If you want to hear Max Whitman keep giving Stone Cold impressions, give me a hell yeah. What? I don't really know what to say after that. I don't. I need somebody sitting here at the table with me to feed off of that, because I don't know how to do the impression and then just segue into the next segment. But anyway, it scores a 90. It's a great segment. He goes unscripted, introduces himself to the crowd, and yeah, basically says he'll be there. He's got a contract. He's ready to work, and he will not miss out his first WrestleMania ever. WrestleMania 11. Bet on it. Steve Austin, not Stone Cold. Steve Austin will be there, and he will take on anybody who wants to walk down that aisle and face him. Into our main event of the evening, it's Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho versus Vader and The Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels defeats The Undertaker by pinfall with a sweet chin music. It scores a 93. Both segments advance. Jericho in 89, Michaels a 92, Undertaker a 91, Vader the 85. So great match all around. Both storylines advance. They gain heat. And yeah, pretty much exactly what I expected from that match. But yeah, so Undertaker gets the pin on Shawn Michaels last week. This week, Shawn Michaels gets the pin on The Undertaker. Who knows what's going to happen at WrestleMania, but we are on our way, folks. It's going to end our show. It scores an 89, increases our popularity in 21 regions. I'm super pumped about it. That's the show, folks. That's it. We're done. The road to WrestleMania ends here in Hawaii. When I see you next, it'll be WrestleMania 11 when you tune in on Wednesday afternoon or evening. I'm not sure. Hopefully afternoon. I like to get them up around noon. I like to sit down with you guys for your lunch. I like that. Brings me great joy to sit down and provide a little bit of entertainment while you eat your lunch, while you take your break from work or school or whatever it is that you do. But folks, that's going to do it for me tonight. Which means that's going to do it for you. That's going to do it for us tonight. Folks, it has been a pleasure, as it always is. Once again, guys, we hit that 200 subscriber mark. We're at 194 right now when I'm recording this. Who knows where we'll be at when Monday rolls around, when this goes up. Who knows where we'll be when we hit 200. It's a Fire Pro Wrestling tournament. Let me know in the comments. What are we doing? Should we do 8-man? Should we do 16-man? 32-man? You let me know. I like big tournaments. I like the idea of a 32-man tournament. But let me know. That's what's going to happen when we hit that 200 mark. It's the Book It Better Fire Pro Wrestling Tournament. Separate from the Book It Better Fire Pro Wrestling Promoter Mode that we hyped on our last creative meeting. But yeah, go ahead and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Are you excited for WrestleMania? I know I am. You should be. If you're not, why are you here? Go home. Stop watching. If you don't like what we're doing, stop watching. Go away. We don't need you anyway. This is a safe place. Folks, get on out of here. I'm out of here. I'm hitting the sack. It's late where I'm at. I'm going to bed. I will see you when I see you. Come on back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be here or be square on Wednesday for WrestleMania, folks. I love you. Go on. Get out of here.